Welcome to Oxford Heirlooms. Today I have cut out my pattern pieces and I'm going to transfer a few markings. But let me just go over the pattern pieces in the colors that I cut them out in. The first thing is I have my placket that I cut out in the heirloom blue, one piece. Then I have cut two on the fold of the front and back pattern piece. I've cut two in white of the sleeves. I have cut two on the fold of the back bodice piece, and then for the front bodice piece, I have cut out a rectangle that's a little bit bigger than my front bodice pattern piece. Okay, it's a little bit bigger than my front. It's about, I guess I gave it about an inch all the way around. But we'll be creating the fancy panel for that. So we just need some white batiste for either end, which this is probably a little bit more fabric than we need, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside for just a minute. Okay, now the ones I need to transfer some pattern markings, I've got to transfer some on my back bodice. I need to mark at these folds in the back so I'll know where to fold. I mean, they are symmetrical, but sometimes it's nice to have a little blue mark there. Make sure it goes through to both layers of the fabric. Okay, now on the back sleeve, now this sleeve does have a back and a front. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out one pin temporarily, and on one side, I'm gonna write the word back, B-A-C-K. Then I'm gonna turn it over and write the word back on, so what'll happen is when I'm looking at one side, the word back is gonna be on the left side of the sleeve. But when I'm looking at the other one, the word back will be on the right side of the sleeve. And I spell out these words so that I can keep track of what's the outside of the garment and what's the inside of the garment, because we need to be able to create mirror image sleeves. I also need to mark, we have a fold line. This particular pattern has a mock cuff line. It looks like a cuff, but it's not really a cuff. So we need to mark that fold line for the cuff. So oh, and then one more mark. I've got a mark here at the top center where I'm supposed to ease it into the sleeve hole. Now this is not a puff sleeve, it's gonna be a smooth male sleeve. Okay, now on the front back, I've got some fold lines at the bottom crotch that I need to mark. So let me mark them. There's a 1/4 inch fold line also that I'll mark. And then I'm going to mark at the center front on both pieces. Now, I'm not gonna mark for the placket yet, because since these front and back pieces are the same piece, I'm gonna wait until after I construct the body of the garment, construct the crotch, do the leg openings, iron my seam toward one side, and then I'll be able to tell what's gonna be my back, and I'll mark my placket a little bit later. But that's what we were doing today. We've got our pattern pieces cut out. Once again, the front and the back is cut out in blue. We've got the placket cut out in blue. The sleeves are cut out in white. The back bodice is cut out in white. And I've got a rectangle of white Swiss batiste that I'm going to use to construct the front bodice piece of the garment. Okay? All right, so that's what we're doing today. Thank you.